Peace family, it's your boy Marcus on Spiritual Academy. Well, this video is gonna go all on my platforms. I want to share this real quick, okay? Now, I was just in my neighborhood, and in my neighborhood, you have like a children's center that doubles as like a church on Sundays and certain days, right? And I was riding over there, and it's all stacked up. Now I want to show you. It's all stacked up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna share my surroundings like that. You know what I'm saying? But what came to me, it was kind of like a download, but it was kind of like a understanding of these constructs, okay? And this is something that I always say. I just allow my higher self to jot the information down, what needs to be heard by the collective today. um but what came to me is that, and I said this before, is where everything surrounding us, the cars, the planes, the houses, all these things accommodated where we were at that state of consciousness. Okay, so everything we created to help us in the state of consciousness that we're in, because we needed those things, right? In a higher consciousness, you don't need any of those things because you understand you're a creator. All these things are a representation of what you can do. A car, you can Merkaba out of here. You can Merkaba, travel to different planets. You can teleport. You can buy location. These are all skills we have if we are fully activated in our DNA and our consciousness. But what came to me is that church, we're understanding now that we're awakened that all these things are just programmed to program the mind. Because you program the mind, you pretty much control that being, right? Since birth until they leave this plane. So what came to me was just like, you know what? Church is needed. Church was needed for the people who aren't in that awareness, people who aren't coming to understand this, the people who are not awakening to who they are. Now, hopefully, I'm not messing up my audio. I don't want to hold. Matter of fact, let's switch it to the other hand. But I didn't want to because we always like, oh my God, the church is evil. It's horrible, right? Yes, it has some programming, it has rituals. Yes, we understand this. But understand that what is pros and cons to everything, duality in this realm. So we know the evil shit within the church, especially the Pope, the Vatican, we know. But the thing that came to me that hit me was like, church is needed, because what does church do? Church brings people together. Even though that shit evil as fuck, and it has a lot of rituals and shit that in a mind programming, but when you're at that state of consciousness where you're not awakened yet, all of us have to go through this. It brings people together, okay? It brings a sense of unity. If y'all ever heard the Oscarville situation where the white man burned down the churches, because the churches, even in our ancestors, it brought us together. It brought a sense of unity. It has pros and cons. We understand the programming, but it brought us together as a collective. And this is what that was like a, yeah, but it brought us together. It got us a sense of unity. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are together, they're hugging. I understand. I understand the program behind that as well. How it's like, we all come to church and everybody act all nice to each other. Yes, but it brought people together. It gave us a sense of unity. You know what I'm saying? And other religions as well. I think there's good and bad to all. We live on a plane of duality. On this spiritual journey, there are pros and cons as well. Cons meaning you're going to have to leave a lot of shit behind, a lot of programming. You're going to have to do the inner work, dark night of the soul. It's a lot of things that come in the spiritual awakening. There are pros and cons. But in the spiritual community side, we understand that these pros or cons are all good because it's helping us grow as a spirit in the spirituality journey. And I just had to share this because this is real shit. This is real information. Like, you know, um, the world reflects what we need at our state of consciousness. And for the past couple hundred years, since the fall of humanity, the fall of consciousness on this plane, we've had to create things that accommodated where we were in our consciousness. Okay? And yes, we know the program of the electrical things, but we still co-created these things. We understand that these beings use a lot solar alignments, astrology alignments, and then harvest our energy to flip it and create their paradigm. We understand this. But you have to understand that these things accommodated us for the state of consciousness we were at. Okay? So, see it from a different perspective. This is just my perspective of it. This is what I came to an understanding of. They're just understanding. So, I just want to share this today. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand, enter, and overstand that everything around us accommodated the state of our consciousness where we at. Now that we're awakening, the matrix is crumbling, because some of these constructs we will not need anymore. But you have to understand, for the most of the 99% who are not awakened, they need these constructs. This is the church for them, are the only way they can connect to the source, to their what God really is, which is the consciousness that you use, that we are in, that makes us alive. That's God, the consciousness, the energy that allows us to be alive and to breathe. All of that, everything. So that's what I want to share today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for TikTok and whatever, do it, interact with the videos, okay? But I want to share this knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And for TikTok, this is the real me. This is my, this is me. Yeah, but I just want to share this, because I feel like we all need to stop. We understand the programming. We understand the rituals. We get it. But you have to understand, for people who are not at that consciousness level, they need it to feel a sense of unity, to feel God within them. You know how we all go to the altar and we all start crying. Your grandpa, your mom, your auntie told you, come to the altar, baby. Come on up, right? I believe, and this is what I've resonated with, that that is a higher vibration. Understand there are pros and cons to all. But from my perspective, this brings unity. It brings people together. That's what really matters about the church. Not what they're teaching in that shit. The unity in that. Okay? I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.